You ever see a truly brilliant idea just fizzle out and fail? Or maybe you've seen a pretty mediocre one get tons of funding and take off like a rocket. It's a puzzle, right? Well, it turns out the answer might have less to do with the idea itself and everything to do with one simple mistake in the order of operations. Let's dig into what that is.
So, this is the big question, isn't it? The classic dilemma for anyone trying to build something new. Do you focus on perfecting the vision, or do you go out there and chase the capital to make it all happen? We're always told you need both, but what if the real secret isn't just about having both, but about which one you prioritize first? And here it is, the big reveal. This whole thing, it's not a choice between two equal options. It's a sequence. Real, lasting success doesn't just come from having a great idea and a pile of cash. It comes from putting them in the right order. And getting that sequence wrong, well, that's pretty much the single biggest reason so many promising projects end up failing.
Okay, so what does it actually look like when this sequence gets all messed up? There are two really common paths people take. Two traps that seem totally logical at first, but you know what? They both lead to the exact same place: collapse.
So you've got these two extremes, right? But they end up in the same mess. On one side, you have the money first approach. This is where everyone's so focused on getting funding that the original mission, the whole point of it all, starts to drift. You see short-term decisions taking over, trust starts to erode, and pretty soon, the project has lost its soul. But then, on the other side, you've got literacy only. This is all vision, all ideals, but no real structure. The idea stays pure, sure, but it's fragile. It can't grow, it can't scale, because it just doesn't have the resources to make a real impact.
So, if those are the roads to failure, what's the road to success? Well, that's what we're calling the golden sequence. It's a powerful framework for building things, whether that's a company, a community, or even just your own personal wealth, that can actually stand the test of time. All right, let's get clear on a key term here. When we talk about literacy, we're not just talking about being able to read and write. Think of it more like clarity. It's the ability to think clearly, to really understand the context you're in, to judge the risks accurately, and, this is a big one, to make decisions based on solid judgment, not just chasing hype or running from fear. And here is the whole principle boiled down into two simple steps. Step 1, literacy, that clear thinking. It defines your direction. It answers the fundamental questions: what are we doing and why are we doing it? And only after that foundation is rock solid do you move on to step 2. That's when the money comes in, not to lead the way, but to support and execute the vision that you've already established. I love this quote. It just says it all, doesn't it? Funds are not the goal, they are the fuel. Money is not the destination. It's the gasoline in the tank that gets you to the destination. But if you have no idea where you're going, a full tank of gas is useless, right? You'll just end up driving around in circles until you run out.
And this is the transformation that happens. When clear thinking is in the driver's seat, money stops being this chaotic force that can pull you in a million different directions. Instead, it becomes a disciplined, purposeful tool. It finally has a job to do, and that job is to serve the vision, not just grow itself.
So what's the payoff here? What happens when you actually apply this principle? Because this isn't just some nice philosophical idea. It's a seriously practical strategy for creating real, sustainable growth and building something with lasting strength.
When you get this sequence right, the results are, honestly, pretty amazing. Your project, your company, it can actually grow without selling its soul. On a personal level, you can build your own strength and your own wealth without losing sight of who you are and what you value. You're not just chasing the next paycheck anymore. You're actually building on a foundation of real understanding. This is how real, meaningful progress is made, when deep commitment is finally backed up by well-managed resources.
This really just sums the whole thing up perfectly. Your clear thinking, your literacy, that gives you judgment. The money, the capital, that gives you leverage. But it's the sequence, putting them in that specific order, that determines the final outcome.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. In your own work, in your career, in your own financial goals, what's really in the driver's seat? Is it your clear, focused thinking, or is it the money? The answer to that question, well, it just may change everything for you. Thanks for diving into this with me.